What's going on, Mitch?
No, I'm too stressed to talk, man.
I'm racing from England to the summit of Mount Everest, swimming, cycling, running, hiking and climbing, halfway across the planet to the top of the world. I've just finished cycling 1,000 miles across Pakistan, and now I have to cross into India, but it's far from easy. I need to get a paper visa in my passport, something that was promised to us by the embassy, but they've gone radio silent. If we can't get one, all chaos will be let loose.
Just need to think it through logically.
That was going to cost us £1,000 at least.
Really not good.
I'm about to cycle the last 30 kilometres.
Through the Indian border right there.
Do it, guys.
Right, Mitch, I've got a plan.
Hit me. This is the story of how I crossed the border without crossing it at all. Mission Get Out of Pakistan was away.
What's going on, Mitch?
We're here with the Critical Mass Lahore Cycling Club. Great bunch of people. They took me out for dinner last night, and we're following them in a coach for the 4-hour drive to Islamabad. They really were trying to get me to cycle with them back to Lahore, 320k, but I've done enough.
Yeah, I think you've done enough as well.
A special letter of request was sent to Islamabad, and we're hoping that they got the message, so we'll see. These guys were awesome. I'd spent the last night with them, and they'd helped us out and made us incredibly welcome.
Everywhere we go, we meet a kind of amazing community of people.
It's very humbled. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Before long, the 4-hour drive to Islamabad had begun, but we were worried. We are en route to the High Commission of India. We've been told we need to get there before 4 o'clock, and at the moment it says we arrive at 5 to 4. If not, it means they're most likely closed until Monday. We need to get our visas for India stamped, our sticker visas today, because our visas for Pakistan expire on Tuesday. Hope for the best. Time was not on our side as we raced to the city to see what our fate would be.
How far are we away?
For 8 minutes away.
And how long do we have
It
left?
says 3 minutes. It says we'll get there with 3 minutes to spare. Just in the nick of time, we made it and weren't even let in the gate. Our contacts had gone silent. An hour argument with the guard and 1,000 frantic phone calls did nothing. They weren't expecting us. Our message hadn't got through.
What's going on, Mitch?
No, I'm too stressed to talk, man. I'm just trying to breathe at the moment. That is pissing me off.
Just need to think it through logically. It's not the end of the world. It's a couple of days delay in an 8-month mission. I know it's frustrating, but it is what it is. But yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Despairing, we finally got through to the embassy, who essentially said they had no idea who we were and they couldn't help us.
What was that?
Yeah, there's no point even coming back on Monday, because even if we do, he reckons it would take ages for them to process the visa.
What? But the whole point was that we'd get it done.
Exactly. And that was going to cost us £1,000 at least.
But I thought that was the whole point of what he was saying originally. Mate, that's really not good. Right, well, we need to reconvene and make a plan.
We'd have to wait until Monday for them to for us to do the applications in the courier, to then send it to them, for them to process it. Something like Wednesday, probably.
I have no indication of time, and I know that people who apply through the normal process here, it takes 7 to 8 days.
Yeah.
The other problem is that our Pakistani visas run out on Tuesday.
Yes.
The problem is that the alternative now is to fly to India, get them to process our e-visas, put it in passport, and then we fly back to Lahore and then cross the border. But it's f***ing expensive because India and Pakistan hate each other. They don't allow flights between the countries. So
At all.
We only had 2 options left. First was to fly to India, get the visa and fly back. The purest option. But we would need new Pakistan visas and have to pay £2,500. Not money we had. The second option was to get up to the border, fly to India, then go to the border on the other side. This time only £1,000, but missing kilometres of no man's land between the 2 countries. We were stuck between a rock and a hard place. Bankrupt the project for purity, or hang on by a thread sacrificing integrity. But then, after hours of thought, Stan had a brainwave.
right, Mitch, I've got a plan.
Hit me.
So, there's a very famous thing about the Wagah border. There's an opening and closing ceremony every single day. Do you know where that takes place? Right next to the gates between the 2 borders. So if we go to the closing ceremony on the Pakistani side, we should be able to touch the gates. And then if we go to the closing ceremony on the India side, we can do the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Normally, the whole border area, you'd have to be crossing the border to get into it. But if you can go to see the ceremonies without crossing.
Get across these no man's land, right up until the actual border itself.
Yeah, they've got this big golden gate between the 2 countries.
What great!
Yeah.
What a plan!
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we'll just cycle up to the border, go see the closing ceremony. No one will be suspicious.
Go up, see the closing ceremony in India,
Yeah.
and get as close to the gate, touch the gate.
I genuinely think that's sick.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right, let's do it then. I'm about to cycle the last 30k of the 1,500 of Pakistan right up to the Wagah border. I'm going to go to the ceremony and then watch the show, come back, fly 9 hours to cover about 60 kilometres, then come back to the border on the Indian side and touch the same gate.
Insane, isn't
As
it?
pure as it can be. Same as if I was cycling across, but it's just more expensive.
Yeah, how much more expensive?
£1,000.
£1,000. That's not money that we have.
Nice.
But what can you do?
Right, let's get to India.
The wheels were in motion. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best we had. It was time to say goodbye to Pakistan. I set off through the worst rain since Germany, wishing I hadn't ditched my mudguards to the Wagah border.
Buddy, mate.
Oh mate, thunderstorm in the last day here. This place was wild, packed with people, food stalls and music. None of these people were crossing the border. They were all here to see the legendary show, but we needed to get in and out fast. We're just waiting to get funneled through to the gate now, to the ceremony. Depending on time, because our flight is at 9, and we won't be able to stay for it all. We'll just get as close as we can to this side, and then
Try and touch the gate. Why is there a fucking steam engine there? We're moving very quickly because they're cold.
we're cold, and we've got to fly 9 hours to cross 65 kilometers.
Please,
Yeah, it's okay.
please sir, some picture with me. Come here.
It could be tricky to actually reach the fence. Oh, hang on, there it is.
Looks like we can just touch the gate, Mitch. Let's just fucking do it.
Is that the gate?
Yeah, that's literally the Indian border right there. This group, that's India.
Our bike fence is India. All I've got to do is touch this fence. I'm not even joking, like, if that's the case, let's fucking do it and go.
Yeah, genuinely. All right, nobody's going to be able to hear us now, so I'm just going to speak directly into the microphone. But Mitch is about to touch the Indian border. Are you ready? Touch it, Mitch, touch it. Right, this tree is where we're coming back tomorrow.
Tree.
Right then, Mitch, give me a little clap and we'll be in fucking India. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
So we're back at the Wagah border. That tree right there is where we were 24 hours ago. About 7 meters away. So close. So close. All that was left to do was to watch the chaos unfold. This was pure insanity. The spectacle was friendly, but full of rivalry. There were plenty of high kicks, aggressive moustaches and big guns, but the best bit was the scream-offs, where one soldier on each side would try to scream longer than the other. This happened a lot. Show over, all we needed to do was touch the gate. After going around all the guards getting rejected, one finally took pity and we had our chance.
Mitch has been nagging absolutely
We've worked every angle to come and get a picture of this gate. That you have to be on a special list.
And then we have to get past that barrier and ask if we can touch it. Thank you.
So that's
Yeah, why not?
bollocks. Now we're walking back to the car, and tomorrow morning I'll be bringing the bike back and starting from obviously where I finished walking.
How was that experience?
It's like a football game, but like just kind of a face-off between two nations.
It's great fun.
I still reckon like England and Scotland should do that. That'd be banter. I've been within 3 metres of where I touched the gate on the other side. So 3 metres difference. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Do you want to do the extra 3 metres now? Hang on, go 3 metres back and then
Yeah.
let's make it. There we go.
This-
All right, that's all. We've covered it now.
Done.
Sweet, let's go.
It wasn't ideal, but it was good enough. Time to get on the bike and hang on. Where's my wheel?
What's going on?
You can't have left the wheel behind in Pakistan, surely.
I left the wheel in Pakistan. Genuinely. What the f***? No way, that can't. Surely not. What is going on? No way I didn't pack a wheel.
How much are wheels?
I can't believe I left the wheel in Pakistan.
Mate, that is funny.
This is my good bike as well.
That is funny, I'm sorry. I know it's heart-wrenching, but it is funny.
Honestly, beside myself.
How have you solved the problem?
By putting the wheel off the other bike, front wheel off the other bike onto this bike. And hoping it's going to stay.
I hope so too.
We woke up in the city of Amritsar, a beautiful, bustling introduction to India, filled with colour. This place was home to the Golden Temple, which meant everything else was gold too. Rooftops, banners, shops, all sparkling in the sun. What a place to start.
Good morning, guys. We are back at the Wagah border. I've just set off from where we were basically yesterday, and it is foggy as hell. One of the worst days yet. But finally we're in India, finally heading through the final country on the bike.
But if I thought Pakistan was bad for traffic, India was far worse, which was pretty sketchy because it wasn't just my wheel that I left behind.
What else have you forgotten in Pakistan?
We left the wheel and my helmet,
Your helmet.
which is not ideal, but
How did you do that?
YouTube, you're going to be on YouTube.
YouTube, we make this what the video is called. This is sewage.
Sewage. Lunch devoured and a new helmet acquired. I pushed on through the carnage streets.
Morale is high. I'm surrounded by beautiful temples, beautiful people. Everyone's so friendly. Being country number 17 just feels incredible.
India's amazing already. The people are really friendly. The roads are crazy. Don't feel like you're being watched every second. And more importantly, there's no armed police. There's no armed police to sneak away from and have to worry about coming around the corner every second. But yeah, onwards and forwards we go.
I was in good spirits, but one curry into India and my tune changed fast.
Mate, you're right. We're sure in India, aren't we? Bless you. Mate, what a rough night.
That's the most I've wanted in one go, probably ever.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm not paying for that curry, I can say now.
So you are planning to cycle then?
Yeah. Good enough that I can about manage it without driving.
My favourite bit of last night was when you knocked an entire bowl of curry onto the floor.
Yeah, and the smell was making me sick.
Yeah.
That's made it worse.
Welcome to India.
We are one full day past the border and Amritsar where we flew into. Projectile vomiting until 6 AM. So we're doing half a day today, which is a lot more than what I could have hoped for at 6 o'clock this morning. So let's make something of it, shall we? See you in a bit.
Good luck.
Delhi Belly had claimed a victim already, but I was determined to get some miles in. I struggled back onto the road, completely depleted, muscles screaming. It was brutal moving, but I had a job to do. It was like 200 today. But
We're in India, the home of some of the best food in the world.
Yeah.
Where do you take me?
Mate, after last night, I typed in food and 7k away was this. Potato and salt, that's all I need, mate.
How was that? How are you feeling?
Drained, but not ill, touch wood, you know? I'll be alright. And I've only got to push for another couple of hours anyway. And
You just got nothing left, have you?
I've got nothing left. A little better, still depleted, but I feel better, so that's the main thing. I'll get crack on and I'll see you there, mate. And we're less than 300k from Delhi now. Replenished slightly by some golden crispy goodness, I kept moving, trying to get as many kilometres in as possible before my legs gave up. But as my energy crept back, my mood lifted with it. We were in our final country of the cycle. Life wasn't that bad.
India is beautiful. The people are nice. The food might be a little bit crazy, but we keep pushing.
Another day, another dollar.
Love it, don't you?
Love what?
Just this, not sleeping and filming me.
Mate, that would make the job easier if I did.
I think we're both very bored of this cycle now.
I don't know about bored, like it's still awesome to see the countries
Oh yeah, like
rapidly.
even today, like the things you see.
You're on camera, what do you have to say?
Hi!
Producer Molly's back.
I'm coming to see you guys so soon. I'm excited.
Goodness.
I'll be there in like 2 weeks.
We can't wait.
What are you filming?
Mitch,
This is just a mess, Molly. I'm just dying at the moment.
the noises he was making.
The noises I was making.
God,
Anyway,
that's enough. I don't need to hear any more of that.
no. I mean, mate, we're literally a couple of weeks now from when you start the run. How are you feeling about it?
Nervous. Nervous but excited at the same time.
Do you think you'll be able to hack it? 30k a day is a lot for someone who doesn't really run.
Well, that's the minimum target I'm aiming for, but that's a lot for anyone, let alone someone that's not a runner. It's completely unconditioned to it after 11,000k cycle ride, and also has had 2 knee surgeries. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, but I don't care if it's a wobble run. I'll make the distance. Oh, mate.
Oh, you God. You in heaven right now, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're brave, aren't you?
Mummy.
You're a brave one.
Proud mummy. Oh. You've got some beautiful babies.
Right, enough cuteness. You've got stuff to do, man.
Mate, I've got puppies following me. Look, come on. God's sake, this one's my friend.
I guess you can't leave then. We'll have a day off here.
Mate, we'll have to have a day off. There's puppies.
I reckon you could fit one in the pannier.
I could fit 3. Imagine their little heads popping out the side.
How are you getting on this morning?
It's alright, a little bit tired, but
At least you got some beautiful views to look at.
ready today. Yeah, it's you can see far and wide here. Thank you, boss. See you, mate.
See you later, mate. He's gone.
These are always the most dangerous parts of the day. It's the densest of fog I've ever ridden in. And it stays like this until normally like late morning, midday. And it's always a bit nerve-wracking because the drivers are a little bit mental. This isn't even as bad as it has been. It gets denser than this. But that truck's already disappearing. You have to have eyes at the back of your head in this kind of fog.
Completely vulnerable. I just had to hope I wasn't going to be hit as I made my way to lunch. Today, we'd be heading to Delhi, the capital of India. But there was a bit of a problem. Oh, this is annoying. Now look, the pedal was kind of broken a little bit.
Really?
Like, see how it's completely coming here? That's completely fixed. Whereas here,
I'm sure that
red is
screw-on job.
now my foot's kind of going like that. It's completely off.
That's not safe, is it?
It's not safe. It's just.
Problem with the pedal, apparently. Fantastic.
With only one pedal working, I entered the bounds of one of the biggest, most chaotic cities on planet Earth. Should be a chill day.
Well, Delhi is absolutely mental. My right pedal has come loose and fell off twice. So I'm trying to survive Delhi while essentially cycling with one leg. This is one thing I'll never get used to. Just cows walking along the middle of the motorway. What's going through these cows' heads like? They're like dogs, what in their brains? Are they just looking for the next bit of food or, you know?
But somehow, one-legged, I made it out alive.
Absolutely f***ing mental. What an experience that was, Jesus.
Is that the worst yet?
Oh yeah.
Then your pedal fell off.
About 3 times. Basically the thread inside it somehow was completely gone. Luckily there's like 2 rows of thread, if that makes sense, right at the very end, which is still intact.
Blimey.
Finally managed to align it on the 3rd attempt. And like, with all my f***ing strength, just cranked it in with the think it'll be alright. Yeah. Right, yes, finally, Delhi.
Delhi, welcome. Mitch,
Hello, sir.
where are we?
We are in Delhi, sir, meeting Anurag. He's a legend of a bloke who got hold of us, helping us out, and he's got his own crazy story, which we'll hear on Annapurna. You see him? Proceed.
Hey, good to see you, man. Good to meet you.
This guy was amazing and had a truly unbelievable story to tell. But first, he took us out to see the sights of Delhi. Despite the chaos, the city was full of beautiful sights, parks, mausoleums, and enormous temples. It was totally overrun, not only by its 33 million inhabitants, but also endless monkeys jumping from house to house and generally causing chaos. After a while though, Anurag finally told us his story.
It was in 2023 April. I was climbing Annapurna. I was descending down on my descent in the most dangerous section of Annapurna between Camp 2 and Camp 3. Mistakenly picked a wrong rope. That was too short. And the rope shouldn't ideally been there. I was rappelling down, and I had a big fall. And then I entered the mouth of a crevasse, 80 meters inside the earth.
80.
80 meters.
Jesus Christ.
And it was an extraordinary fall. They all say, the agency, it was over 250 to 300 meters. I stuck there for 3 days, 3 nights alone, without food, water, oxygen, or anything else. There was a team of Polish climbers and Nepali Sherpas and a helicopter pilot. They came to retrieve my dead body, and I was found alive. 4 hours of CPR, and after that I took that first breath.
This could have totally destroyed a person's mind, but not him.
Do you remember much of it?
I have no memory of that time.
No.
That's so
What was the last
interesting.
thing you remember?
That I'm crossing that section.
I mean, that's kind of a blessing, I
But
guess.
I mean, I don't know.
But that would have been 3 days of absolute torture
Yeah.
and agony and hardship, you know.
But that's the beauty, I think, of it. Like, it is, I think, probably the most precious period of my life. I look at everything as a blessing. The mountain prepared me for that day that I can experience something like this.
Hearing Anurag's outlook on life really put my problems into perspective. He feels blessed just to be alive, and so should we all. Every ache, pain, setback and obstacle that I face on this journey, or that any of us face just getting through the day, is just a part of being alive. And so long as I am alive, I'll be grateful that I get to even experience that hardship and keep pushing to the top of the world.